Bringing it back to the pack.
West Coast aren't feeling it. So there's a couple of supporter bases who aren't in this field this season. They're one. So it's a weird sense around them, isn't it? Feels like it's become a sense of inevitability. And it's not the usual angst, although there is some of that. It's more sort of a gentle pathway to a parting of company. Now, whether that's at the end of the year or sooner, that's probably the question in the balance.
There's always unhappy players, especially when we're out of contention so early for finals. So there's out-of-contract players, there's guys playing in reserves. There's always someone who's disgruntled. We can't apologise for trying to get better. So you'd be pretty upset if everyone was really happy. I'm here to do a job as best I can, and I'll do that until I get tapped on the shoulder. So it's not, that's not really in question. So I sort of know how long the road's going to be. I'm up for it, but if the club's not, then they're not. So that's fine. I'm okay with my football mortality. It's okay.
That's a rare statement, isn't it?
Oh, it's a very rare statement. I thought he handled the text message story really well pre-game. I thought he handled it really well post-game. Everyone out here, just settle down. Everyone thinks that everything's hunky-dory in football club, and it's not. We've got enough former players here, Jared, who tell you that things aren't always happy in football clubs, winning or losing. That comment about, you know, I'm happy with my own mortality, I can't remember a coach speaking like that. You use the word, there's a sense of inevitability. I feel that. I think Adam Simpson may be feeling it. I don't want to put words into his thinking, but the way he spoke on the weekend, hey, it's okay. It's okay. I reckon I can do it, but if not, it's been great. We spoke last Wednesday night before the game about if it was going to end, how do you end this? I don't think sacking Adam Simpson right now is the way to go. Sackings are always bloody, Jared. It's, oh, Simpson sacked and Simpson gone. He's a premiership coach now. Someone said to me, he goes, well, how long does that tag last for? Well, it lasts forever, in fact, because there's not many premiership coaches. And he's been there and he's given his all, him and his family. What's 5 more, 6 more games? They've lost, they're 853 since 2022. They could jag a couple and they might lose another 5. Do we want to treat him indignantly now and say, get out, see you later? I don't know if that's the Eagles' way, to be honest.
I think they would... I think the ideal would be to chair him out of the place. Now, whether that's a final game at home in front of the people who you've led for so long, where still a critical mass of their community is with him. This isn't... There are the disgruntled, but this isn't the pitchforks.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's just a recognition that this is probably coming to an end. So I think you want, if possible, you want whatever that last day is to look right. The only reason you would do it in season is if you wanted to test somebody on the coaching staff for 6 weeks to lead the program.
Well, Dean Cox
in your thinking.
Well, Dean Cox is...
If it's Dean Cox outside, then it's easy. You run the course for the rest of the season and then you go for a coach. It's only if you want to test somebody on your own coaching staff, or if things completely fell apart, which I think at quarter time we were on alert for that.
Absolutely we were.
With the backdrop of the... I think the text message story is used unfairly against him, but it's there. If they lose by 120 points, I feel like you probably, in real time, you go, well, that might be the end. But they dug in and they fought their way through the rest of the game. They have to get some gains. It's still too big a portion of a season to throw away. You've got to make progress over 7 games. You only get to play 23 a season. So they have to continue, whatever their markers are, they have to continue to meet them. I liked Simpson's statement that you wouldn't want everyone to be happy, given the circumstances that you just detailed. It should feel a little bit cutthroat in there, and if there are some who are jilted on the wrong side of it, bad luck.
He's got to look to the future. He's been looking to the future. Maybe they say, Adam, it is all over at the end of the year. You know, we don't want to sack you. How can we work together? And how about you play kids and give them games and see how we go and just release the pressure valve, which I'm sure exists. We've been around long enough to see the pressure build up on football clubs, and it might just release some of the internal pressure. But it's a big... what can you say? I think it's inevitable.
For tomorrow night...